Here at Hoskin House, just outside of Ottawa, the opening ceremonies for the Pan-African Summit have just concluded. Leaders from every African nation, along with industrialists and government officials from many of the Western powers, are gathered here to plot the future of economic and diplomatic relations with the resource-rich nations of the African continent. Among the most notable of those here today is Winston Boyko, the front-running presidential candidate from Rambala. Mr. Boyko, may we have a word, please?
Thank you all very much for displaying your interest in our conference and your concerns for the welfare of African nations and the future of Africa. What I desire for all the citizens of the world, but most of all, the citizens of my country, is freedom. The same freedoms enjoyed by all civilized people in all the other civilized nations of the world.
What the bastard really means is that he can't wait to nationalize Chandor mining.
Patrice? Mr. Dixon. I've wanted to speak with you since I arrived, but it seems events have conspired to prevent our meeting.
Honey, get in the car. We're leaving.
Mr. Dixon, please. It is urgent that we speak. I think there are great areas for compromise between our stated positions.
Hugh, the car's on the blink, and we promised Sarah we'd take it to the horse show. What should I do?
We may be poised at opposite ends of an argument, but at least you can allow me to act as a gentleman. Patrice, escort the ladies to the car and tell the chauffeur to come back for us.
No, I don't think I can allow that.
Of course you can.
Hugh!
It's very kind of you.
Patrice.
You're late.
Oh my God, what happened?
Tragedy. Drive.
For God's sakes, that's my family in there! Marvin! Oh, God!
Susan, I love the way you do that.
I am pretty good, aren't I?
Good. You're amazing.
Well, oof. So are you, Spencer. So are you.
You know, I've had this ability since I was very, very young.
This is a God-given ability? You're sure this isn't just blind luck?
Look, when I do this with you, it takes total concentration.
Well, you certainly are concentrating.
My point exactly, because I win again!
Well, you do like to win, don't you?
I do. And I think the deal was that the loser makes dinner.
Was it?
If my memory serves me correctly.
Ah, memory. Well, there's a strange phenomenon. See, the deal I recall it, loser makes reservations.
in a blue margarita?
Tequila, lime juice, blue curacao, ice, salt or no salt, and a hint of Billie Holiday.
Could you repeat that, please?
Tequila, blue curacao, lime juice, ice, salt, no salt, and a hint of Billie Holiday.
Are they good?
I don't know. Ask them.
Barry.
Could we just have a glass of water while we think about it?
I may be the waiter
Still
from hell,
martini.
but there are also a few patrons who hail from yonder barbecue pit.
Don't try to be angels.
Don't push it. So, hungry? Parched?
As a matter of fact, we were at it again all afternoon.
Oh, stop. I'm getting hot flashes. Who won? Now, for Madame, might I suggest the Mussels Provençal, and for the Victor...
Spenser,
Yeah.
I'd like you to come with me.
This is Susan Silverman. Of course, everyone knows Spike. And who might you be?
Someone wants to talk to you.
That someone will have to wait. You see, I'm having dinner here. Business hours are 9 to 4. Tomorrow, you can find me in the yellow pages under Sleuth.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Well, not a knee slapper, but it was, what do you think?
I thought it was cute.
Cute. It was cute.
You've been funnier, your sleuthness.
Now, look here, Spenser.
Was that supposed to be threatening?
Excusez-moi.
Suze?
On a scale of 1 to 10? I'd give it a 6.
Sorry, only a 6. My friend Spike here used to play baseball.
Great batting average.
Now, do you want to start again with another approach? Wow, your communication skills are improving. So who is this someone who wants to see me right away?
Hugh Dixon.
Hugh Dixon? The Hugh Dixon? Well, tell Mr. Dixon that he makes lousy first impressions.
Mr. Dixon gets what he wants, when he wants it. He wants to see you now.
You know, when I was 6, I wanted this red bicycle for Christmas. I wanted it so badly, I dreamed about it. I didn't get it. I was so bummed out. But on my 7th birthday, you know what I got? A red bicycle. Patience. You tell Mr. Dixon he needs to learn patience. Oh, by the way, tell him by the time I was 8, someone stole the damn bicycle. Now, if you got anything else for me, just leave it on the answering machine, okay? You can leave now.
Red bicycle?
Oh, red, blue. Sometimes it's black when I tell the story. Memory is a strange phenomenon, Doctor. Now, some people have money, and some people are rich. Hugh Dixon, on the other hand, was very rich. A multinational kind of guy, the type you read about in Fortune 500. A self-made man, the newspapers called him. Chandor Mining was his, and he was Chandor Mining, all over the world. I was wondering what he wanted, though I was pretty sure he wasn't going to ask me to work pro bono.
My family, Mrs. Spenser. They got blown to bits by a bomb in Ottawa.
Yes, I'm sorry. I read something about it in the papers.
How good are you, Mrs. Spenser?
My friends think I'm very good. My lover thinks I'm fantastic, although she's a little biased. My accountant thinks I'm an underachiever.
How good are you at sticking to a job till all the truths are told?
Excellent. Intrigue is my middle name.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
What else have you been told?
That you're smart, accomplished with your hands, good with weapons.
Smart dresser, hell of a dancer.
That you can think on your feet and take care of yourself.
All true.
I also hear that you were whipped by Joe Frazier.
Yeah, fortunately, he was on his way down at the time.
He beat you on his way down?
If he'd been on his way up, he'd have killed me.
What would you do for $50,000?
Fight Joe Frazier again. We're both on our way down now.
I want the bastards who killed my wife and children brought to justice.
Understandable. That's where I come in?
Precisely.
Mr. Dixon, I understand the Royal Canadian Mounted Police are doing their best, which I hear is pretty damn good.
I want you to find them.
I don't do assassinations.
I want them found, dead or alive.
You can find them and kill them or turn them over to the authorities, but I want them any way you can get them.
Mr. Dixon, I understand how you feel. But from what I've read, these people were after Winston Boyko. You and your family were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I don't care who they were trying to kill. I want them, and I'm willing to pay whatever it costs. There's an advance.
Cash?
I find it instills loyalty, Mr. Spenser. I'm willing to pay all reasonable expenses, so keep track of them. Here's the police report on a first-class airline ticket. Michael Flanders, my man in Ottawa, will meet you there in the morning.
Just like that?
Just like that. I'm not without influence, Mr. Spenser. Is there a problem?
No, no problem. It turns out I'm between cases. I can leave tomorrow.
I told you we checked around. You're often between cases. And you're generally regarded to be half as smart and half as tough and maybe 1/4 as funny as you think you are.
And those are my friends.
However, almost everybody we spoke to said you're considerably better than anybody else. Although, sometimes you have to be reminded who's paying.
Well, I never forget a friendly face.
I'm sorry if I spoiled your evening last night, Mr. Spenser.
Well, you paid for the privilege.
Good luck, Mr. Spenser. For both our sakes.
Oh, stop. Oh, stop. That scene on the dock when he says goodbye to her. It gets me every time.
Oh, God, I love you. This movie, the tissues, the popcorn.
With real butter.
Mm-hmm.
Because nothing's too good for a man who's leaving for a dangerous foreign country.
Yeah. Ottawa, Canada.
Hey, it's home of the Canadian Parliament.
Mm-hmm. Beavers, hockey pucks. Sergeant Preston of the Yukon, and this wonder dog, what was his wonder dog's name?
Down, King. I'll handle this.
King, that's right.
So is it okay to say, be careful to my favorite private dick?
I was thinking this week of, well, my sophomore as an agent of justice.
Oh, my God. Should I be worried?
I'm not crazy about the word should.
How do you feel about worried?
Soon. I'll be fine.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
And you promise you'll come back soon?
Sooner.
Soonest?
Soonest. You know, I like these things. Can we play it right back down to the end there?
You mean the end to where they're on the dock?
And he takes her in his arms like this.
Actually, just 1 second. Let me do it's more like this. And then he says,
See you, sweetheart. I'll be in touch.
that is very
Pretty good,
good. Oh, my God. Oh, my little heart just pitter pat. And now,
What?
the end.
The Don't cry.
Could you hand me another dish, please?
Canadian Airlines announces the arrival of Flight 1428 from Boston. Canadian Airlines annonce l'arrivée du vol 1428 de Boston.
Mr. Spenser? Michael Flanders, will you follow me, please? If you need anything else, I've been instructed to get it for you. Mr. Dixon is not without influence.
So I've noticed.
I've taken the liberty of arranging a meeting for you this evening with Inspector Downs of the Ottawa Police. He's been in charge of the case from the beginning. Progress has been slow, which is why you're here, of course.
When it comes to police work, slow usually means no progress at all.
I think it best if you and Downs compare notes this evening.
Inspector Downs better have several, or it's going to be a very short meeting. All I've got here is a police report, some newspaper clippings, and a gun.
I booked you into the Marriott. Chandor Mining keeps a suite there. It should be adequate.
Well, if it's not, we'll be the first to know. Oh, here you go. Adequate.
I don't like outsiders messing around in police business, but I owe Mr. Dixon one, and he's called in the chit.
The old quid pro quo?
Precisely. But there's a limit to what I'm prepared to do. If there's any help you can give us, well, I'll be grateful. But you step out of line and you'll be back in America in the blink of an eye.
I thought we were in America.
My job is on the line here, and I'm hoping you will not become an exceptional pain in my arse.
Inspector, please. Mr. Dixon has spoken directly to your government.
Oh, yeah, my government.
Mr. Dixon is not without influence.
Neither is my government.
Well, you must have gleaned at least one lead since the incident.
Of course we have.
Oh, good. Would you mind sharing the knowledge?
I guess you think you're some American hot dog, huh?
No, hot shot. The term is hot shot.
Well, if you're so good, you don't need any help from us. Wouldn't be cricket, would it? Besides, the RCMP is handling all this quite nicely, thank you.
Mr. Dixon doesn't seem to think so.
Mr. Dixon is free to think whatever he wishes. This is the number to my private line. I expect to hear from you every 24 hours.
And what if you don't?
Well, if I don't, then I will personally escort you out to the airport and back to your America.
I wouldn't want that.
Just keep your nose clean, Spencer.
Gee, I think that went very well.
Of course it went well.
Assignments like these are sort of like going fishing. The size of the fish you catch sometimes depends on the kind of lure you use. This time I was going after a shark, which demanded a pretty obvious lure.
Could we go over this again, please, sir, to make sure it's accurate?
Do I detect an oblique criticism of my handwriting?
Yes, sir.
Reward $1,000 for information regarding fatal bombing at Pan-African Summit Conference. Call Spenser, Marriott Hotel, Ottawa, and the number there.
That will be $15, sir. Will there be anything else?
Could help me catch him.
I don't get off till 5.
No, more's the pity. Surprising how fast some fish will nibble. Now they were waiting to see if I was going to bite, for the not-so-subtle envelope. Waiting to see just who would pick it up. Well, how could I deny them? Susan calls it being intentionally obvious. Smart enough to play dumb. I was hoping the blonde behind me would turn out to be the shark. Well, she sure didn't look the part. It says meet me at the footbridge in the Peace Park, that's P-A-C-E, Park, by the harbor, tomorrow at 10 in the morning. They left it at the front desk in a conspicuous envelope.
So someone could wait around and identify you, which means they're trying to trap you.
Are you sure you're a shrink and not a detective?
I'm still saving those box tops, smarty pants. So, what do you plan to do?
Well, when They tried to trap Spenser. What?
Moi, Spencer traps them.
Who's that supposed to be, Miss Peggy?
Charles Boyer.
Ah. Oh, I'll tell you, I would feel a hell of a lot better if Hawk were up there.
Yeah, me too.
Spencer?
Mm-hmm.
If you come home in a box, I promise I'll never speak to you again.
Yeah, I love you too.
Oh, so, how are accommodations up there?
Adequate.
Routine rounds of the gun. 13 in the clip. If they show up with 27 guys, I run. Crime Stopper tip number 2. I had let them see me in the hotel, but now, as Holmes said to Watson, the game was afoot. I took the high ground, so to speak, to see who would appear. Ah, the blonde. Now, why wasn't I surprised? $100 if you can follow that gray Mercedes without being seen.
Hey, wait!
Who was it that said you can learn a lot about someone by the junk mail they get? I think it was me. I didn't know what I was looking for. Sometimes you just keep looking, and sometimes it finds you. Far too many passports for one person. And a courier company's itinerary. Busy lady. Someone I definitely wanted to meet.
Your key card, sir?
Yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The talcum powder trick only works when they are leaving the room.
Oh, it's nice to know you're dealing with a professional.
You are making me very nervous, Mr. Spencer.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Patrice Makeba. I'm head of security with Winston Boyko.
Ah. Well, if I had your job, I'd be a little edgy too, pal.
Providing proper security for Mr. Boyko has been impossible in this city. Mr. Boyko has too many public appearances. There are too many strangers, and it's hard to determine who are our friends and who are our foes.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I fall into the friends category. All I know about your boss is that he's got guts, that he's got impressive plans for your country, and he's inspirational.
Then you understand our concerns.
Oh, absolutely.
Good. Who are you working for?
Self-employed. In the United States, they'd call me an independent contractor.
And just what have you been contracted to do?
Same as you. Keep my eyes open, catch a car bomber or two.
And then kill them. Or perhaps you're here to kill Winston Boyko.
I don't kill anybody who doesn't try to kill me first. I'm an equal opportunity kind of guy. You want a beer?
Mr. Spencer, I have no contract. I have a sacred trust. I couldn't take money for what I do. Winston Boyko is the savior of my country, of my tribe, my family, my children. He's our future. And my job is to make sure that no harm comes to him. And there are a great many people who would harm him if they could.
Not me. I'm not one of them.
I really have no way of knowing that now, do I?
No, I guess not.
Then, sir, killing you would be the most prudent thing to do.
Oh, that would be very messy, especially for your boss.
It might be a mistake, but it would be a very trivial one compared to living your life should you not be who you claim to be. The point is, Mr. Spencer, I really don't have a good reason not to kill you.
Probably right. But even if you are, you won't find the blonde if you do. And I have a feeling you want to chat with her just as badly as I do.
Keep talking.
I don't know that much about her. She answered my ad in the newspaper. She travels around under different passports.
That's it?
I turned over her apartment. I haven't had a chance to talk to her.
You have 48 hours to find her, Mr. Spencer.
Yeah, or?
You don't want to know the alternatives. Let's just say that the life you save could be your own.
Well, thanks for dropping by. I've really enjoyed this male bonding thing. Don't track the talc on your way out.
Hey, pal, can you help me with the gate?
Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome. Hi.
Hi. Yeah. So, like, I don't know.
The photos I had appropriated showed young Cloris on a boat, so I decided to check out the marinas. A long shot, but I didn't have too many short ones. At the fourth marina, I got lucky.
guys were going fishing, it was for Jaws.
You handsome devil.
Get a hold of Clarice. Tell her to clear out of the flat and meet us in the country. Then you two go down there and clean it out. I don't want there to be a trace.
So what do you want me to tell her?
As little as possible. If she gives you any trouble, get rid of her. Like this. He's getting too close. He was down at the boat. Don't give me that. You're supposed to be handling this.
Pizza. Lady of the house ordered a pizza.
I'm afraid she's not in.
Who's gonna pay for it?
Raymond.
I got something for you, mate.
Raymond!
Drop the gun. Now! Put your hands on your head. Let's go.
All passengers, please have your boarding passes ready and proceed immediately to gate center. This is l'appel final to vol 725 à Boston.
As much as this pains me, Spencer, it's time for us to part company. Goodbye.
This is the final call for flight 725 to Boston. All
How about them Maple Leafs, eh?
Spenser, wrong flight.
do have a tendency to pop up, you know? Friend of yours?
Canadian cousin. Here we go.
There's only one bedroom. I'll flip you.
Hey, I win.
So, did you order any food?
What's the matter? Food in Ottawa jail lacked a certain je ne sais quoi.
They wouldn't even let me keep my pizza.
Well, you better call Amnesty International about that. So tell me what kind of trouble we're in. Standard, medium size. Tell me about this Makiba man.
Well, he's Winston Boyko's head of security. He dropped by and gave me 48 hours to find the blonde.
Or?
That's what I said. Or they turn me into Jarlsberg.
That's the cheese with the holes in it, isn't it?
Exactly.
Well, I'd say that our trouble is in the extra large category. Maybe while we're eating, you can tell me about who's gonna be shooting at us.
Room service.
Hey, guys, what a surprise.
Well, Pat. This is Patrice Makiba. This is my associate, Hawk.
Where is the blonde, Mr. Spencer?
Keep asking me that. Look, I can give you her address.
We've already been there. She's gone.
I know. So I guess you know about the boyfriend, sandy-haired fella, good-looking guy, about 30, 35, great haircut.
His name is Paul. He has many last names.
So I guess he's not in the phone book, huh? Well, I almost met him on a boat down in the marina. This boat comes with a special option you should know about. A sniper rifle with a laser scope.
And you let him get away?
Yeah, but I caught up with him about an hour later. He and his friends were cleaning out the girl's apartment. They took a couple of shots at me. Probably know about that already, right?
And again, you let him get away?
Well, I had an appointment with the Ottawa police. So who is this Paul guy anyway?
He is an assassin.
For whom?
The main players seem to be transnational corporations with commercial interest in emerging nations.
Sounds like my client.
Exactly like your client.
That's crazy. Hugh Dixon wouldn't have put his family in that car.
The bomb was in Mr. Boyko's car. If Paul is here, that is his plan. If you see him again, don't even try to take him out alone. And you, keep out of his way. He loves to kill Kafirs.
Who you calling Kafir, brother?
To him, we are all Kafirs. Find the blonde, Spencer. That loud sound you hear in the background is the clock ticking. Yahoo!
You got some dangerous men in here. Looks like we better be finding that blonde.
There's an idea. Why didn't I think of that?
You never had any trouble finding a blonde in your life?
This is true.
So, blonde, courier, right?
Courier, right, exactly.
So what is your brilliant idea?
Did I say I had a brilliant idea?
She might be out of the country for all we know.
No, Paul told his guys to take her to a place in the country, not out of the country. She's lying low.
Or maybe being held against her will.
Maybe. Okay, where do we start? Courier service. She must have friends, associates.
I stand in awe.
Where's the phone book? All right, she worked at least once for an Ottawa courier company called Couriers Unlimited. But, I don't have my glasses.
All right. Courier service, huh? Yeah, all right. Here it is.
Janet. Hi, it's Cloris. Okay, I guess. Oh, I would love to, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get away. No, everything's fine. Paul's great. He's just a little hard to read at times. Yeah, I guess you're right. Can't have everything.
Like I said,
Listen, Janet, I'm gonna have to call you back. Okay?
Really?
Bye.
What are we doing here?
I know precisely what I'm doing here. It's just you I'm not so sure.
Flores!
And how are you, my beauty? I'm sorry that I was away for so long, but as you know, my work often gets in the way.
That's okay. I took a walk in the woods.
Now, you be careful out there. It could be dangerous.
Downstairs, Raymond.
Claudius, I'm sorry. I must finish with Raymond.
That's okay. I'll go make some drinks.
Won't be long.
Paul, we've got to resolve this problem.
I'm well aware of this problem. Now listen, after the way that you handled the bombing, you're in no position to tell me what I have to do. I am in charge of this mission, and I don't need you telling me
That we can't afford any extra liabilities. If the problem becomes too great, I'll eliminate her. Be prepared to move in the morning. No mistakes this time, and now, leave me alone.
Wish me luck.
No problem. She's a wonderful employee. Excuse me, what was your name again?
Boatwright, John C. Boatwright. Executive Search Limited. My client is a high-technology company that screens its prospective employees very carefully. Now, Miss Caldwell has so far passed with flying colors, but I need to talk to her friends and her co-workers. I was hoping you could help me.
She kind of kept to herself.
Yes, but there must be someone.
Well, actually, there is one girl she was friendly with, Janet Howe.
Well, she's still with your firm?
Today's her day off. She's probably at home.
Could I have her home address?
I'm sorry, that's against company regulations.
Well, could you at least call her? I need to do this in person.
Mr. Boatwright, I am really very busy.
Look, this is very important. I'm sure Ms. Caldwell would be very upset if she did not get a chance at this wonderful opportunity.
Can you come back tomorrow when my supervisor's here?
Deadlines. Now, you're a busy man. You understand deadlines. Felix, may I call you Felix? Felix, I know executive talent when I see it. And I think you need to make an executive decision. We're in business.
Applause.
Miss Hal?
Yes.
John Boatwright. Felix
Oh, yes.
Cross?
Was it professional references you were after, Mr. Boatwright?
Well, to tell you the truth, it was a little more on the personal side. Well, Cloris and I were old friends.
Oh?
Well, we were quite close, actually.
Really?
Well, it was a while ago. Do you hear from her much?
I don't recall her ever mentioning your name.
Well, it's not something she would mention. It was awkward. It ended unhappily. I was married at the time.
I see.
But I was hoping maybe we could, try again.
Well, you certainly are more her type than the guy she's with now.
What type is he?
Well, he's young. Very young. And rough. Cold, sort of. She usually goes for guys that are a little older.
Do you expect to hear from her?
Well, I don't actually have a number for her, but she called earlier and said that she'd be calling back again soon.
Well, look, this is the hotel where I'm staying.
Sorry.
Could you maybe call me if you hear from her?
Sure.
And don't tell her I'm in town. I want it to be a surprise. Romantic, you know?
Of course. Cloris is a very nice girl. It would be nice if things worked out for the two of you.
Lovely.
Thank
A little romance in the afternoon. Oh, Canada.
Come on, pick up. Janet! Oh, thank God you're there. Listen, I can't explain right now, but I need to come and stay with you for a few days. I can be there in In about an hour. Well, can't you call and cancel? Look, I'm really stuck. No, I am not all right. Okay, so I'll see you there, soon. Okay, thanks. Bye. Janet! Oh, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much. I promise I won't stay for more than a few days.
You can stay as long as you need to. Please, just relax. Everything's under control.
Okay. I'm meaning to borrow some money, but I can pay you back right away.
Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be fine, and I have the most wonderful surprise for you.
Hello, darling.
What?
So, why don't we start with your real name, who you really are?
What do you mean?
Found a drawer full of passports.
Cloris. Cloris Caldwell. Who are you?
We're the ones who care whether you live or die.
Not like the other guy.
I don't understand any of this. I don't even know who you guys are or why I am here.
Well, that's why we're all here, to figure it out.
Please, look, I just want to get out of here.
You got someplace to go? Dig. We're the good guys. The only ones to trust.
Yeah, well, I trust some people before, and that's why I'm stuck here.
Well, we'll get you unstuck, if you help us.
Tell us about Paul.
I don't know anything.
Tell us about Paul.
I met him when I was delivering a package. I knocked on the door of his hotel room in Nice, and there stood the most incredible guy I'd ever seen. He invited me in, and one thing led to another, and we ended up spending 2 weeks at the Place Royale.
Then?
Well, then we would meet here and there. Met in Cape Town a couple times, Paris, Geneva, Copenhagen, Kenya. It was like he was clairvoyant. I mean, no matter where I was, he knew how to find me.
Sounds wonderful.
It was. I never imagined my life could be so terrific. But, well, then it got kind of bad.
When was that?
We just spent a wonderful weekend at the Bahamas, swimming, gambling, you know, just being together. And then he said that we had to come here to Ottawa, and we met up with his friend Raymond. And
Raymond, big guy, doesn't like pizza.
And then?
He said that he had this big meeting at this estate and that I had to pick him up there. And when I got there, he was angry, and there was people running everywhere, and this big explosion went off, and it was total chaos.
Do you know what Paul was doing there?
No. But not at the time. I guess I didn't want to know.
Did he ever talk about a bomb?
Look, I told you that he didn't tell me anything.
Cloris, we're here to help you.
Well, why don't you? I mean, why don't you guys just leave me alone? I mean, why don't you just give me some money and just forget that you ever saw me?
All right, look, it's getting late, and I know you're tired. Why don't you go on in there, take the bedroom, have a hot bath, and we'll figure this out in the morning.
Say good night, Gracie. You trust the little lady?
Yes. Well, sort of. No. Let's see what happens in the morning.
Is Hawk gonna be all right alone down there?
Hawker's all right alone anywhere.
I can't believe you guys made me come back here. This is a complete nightmare.
Like, you don't have to be afraid. You're doing just fine. Paul's the one who should worry.
I know for a fact that Paul wants me dead. And when he would just love a chance to kill Hawk.
Well, it's been tried before without much success. Like, who was in that house with you?
Paul and Raymond and Herbert, he owns the place, and just some other guys.
Anyone in particular?
Yes, actually. There was this one guy, this yuppie type. He was real straight, very businesslike. I don't know what he brought Paul in those packages, but Paul always got really serious when he was around.
Mm-hmm. What did they talk about?
Look, do you think Paul just let me hang around and listen to what he talked about? They went off in private. I don't know.
Hey, Goldilocks. Remember the story of the 3 bears? Nobody home. Except baby bear.
Oh, my God. It's Herbert.
Flanders. Yeah, it's Spenser. No, not on the phone. But Mr. Dixon's gonna want to know. I need some more money. Fred, I'll meet you there in an hour. And you know the little present you gave me when I showed up? Gonna need another one. Put it in a brown paper bag. All right.
Everybody to line up in pairs. Pairs of 2. Come on, straight out that way. Everybody line up over there. Oh, right. That's good, that's good. Keep going in pairs.
Do you guys work together a lot?
Affirmative.
Have you been together long?
Yeah.
Okay, now everybody get it together because we're going to be
Is it a good job?
Yeah.
In pairs, everybody over there, over there.
What do you do for fun?
Keep it together, people up in front there.
Who told you, man? In another day or two, this is all gonna be over one way or another. Oh, there he is. Moving pick.
Okay, everybody into a straight row, please.
So big.
Where's the girl?
Where did she go? I have more potatoes somewhere, buddy.
Okay, you take the ladies. I'll go around back.
Whoa, 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 no, I take no ladies, I ask.
What? Just take the
I
ladies.
gave up cross-dressing.
Sorry. Excuse me, ladies. Department of Health. Sorry. Checking on ventilation. Ventilation is very important. I'm so touchy.
You going somewhere?
Story of my life.
Don't hurt me!
Nobody's gonna hurt you.
What are you trying to pull?
Well, you're gonna hand me over to them!
To who?
To whom?
That guy!
What guy? Flanders? You know that guy?
Yeah, he's the one who gave the package to Paul and Raymond.
Can I help you?
Hello, we were just talking with Mr. Flanders down in the lobby, and I forgot to tell him something very important.
Well, I'm sorry he's gone home for the day.
It's impossible. We just talked to him, and he said he was coming back up to his office. It couldn't have been more than 5 minutes ago.
Well, he dashed in, made a phone call, and then dashed right out.
Jeez.
Oh, excuse me, do you have the key to the bathroom? I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh, where
yes,
is it? Oh, here.
Morning
Oh.
sickness, you know.
This
She's
way.
not been feeling well. Thank you very much. She's been really not well.
Morning sickness is 4 in the afternoon.
Just thinking fast.
And the question's not fast. The question is, what's on your mind?
F-E-F-I.
5354.
Landers.
Got it. Damn, look at him go.
Why did he come to you?
He found Herbert's body, and he's got another gun, and the worst of it is he's got the girl, and that is your fault because you're the
Never
one.
mind about her. I'll take care of all of them when the time comes.
We got to do something, Paul. Spencer's not as dumb as he looks.
That remains to be seen. What I need now are Boyko's schedule and the security arrangements for the reception tomorrow.
Yeah, it's all right here. I got it this morning. Let's see. Yeah. Here it is. Hour by hour, the whole conference.
Count to 4. Good afternoon.
Nice meeting you here.
Down up.
Uh-huh.
Nobody. Somebody. Gone.
Hey, look at this.
It's Boyko's schedule while he's here in Ottawa. Dig the file, Jackie.
Ottawa Police Anti-Terrorism Unit.
It's your pal, Inspector Downs.
Not my pal. Someone's underlined a reception for tomorrow.
Dig, Spencer. Well, I do appreciate the rare opportunity to converse with you. Flanders here is making me and Craven Maven a little nervous. Don't you think we ought to get out of here? I don't want to explain them to nobody.
Yes, I'd like to report a homicide, 72 Cedar Street. Don't bother to knock. Nobody's home. Don't run. Act natural.
Easy for you to say.
Make sure you get shots of everything in the room, Steve. Okay?
Inspector, the witness is in the kitchen if you want to talk to him now.
All right.
what do we do now?
So now we find your ex-boyfriend before he finds Winston Boyko.
Right thinking.
So what about this Raymond guy?
Well, other people came and went, but Paul and Raymond were always close.
What do they talk about?
Nothing. They just hung around. It was creepy. Like, they didn't talk about anything. They just waited. Everybody hangs around waiting for the phone to ring.
So they just hung around. What else?
Look, I don't know anymore.
Were you always with him? Or would he go off by himself sometime? Where would he go? What would he do? Go to the movies? Play tennis? What? Work out?
He had a hobby, fencing, I think.
Mr. Spenser, you have found me. You are very good.
Just lucky, I guess.
You are too modest. Allow me to introduce my young opponent, Robert, who has graciously provided me with this exhilarating match. He, like yourself, has proven a worthy adversary. So, you have discovered my second passion.
So what is your first passion?
Eliminating Kaffirs, of course, but then you already knew that, didn't you? So, Mr. Spenser, why have you taken the woman?
She seems to have been a part of a group that blew up the family of a wealthy American. He wants revenge.
Then why did you not simply kill her when you found her?
Too nice of a guy. And I wanted her for a Judas goat.
To lead you to the others.
Uh-huh.
And you think she has?
Here I am.
Someone that good at his work should not have been caught so easily.
It's embarrassing, isn't it? Or perhaps you followed your Judas goat down the slaughter chute as well.
We shall see.
Yes, we shall. So, what's your part in all this?
I'm a patriot. My country is about to be handed over to a collection of illiterate cannibals. I intend to do what I must to prevent that.
Blowing up a lot of innocent people ought to stop it.
Obviously, that was pointless. A troublesome mistake. I am frequently surrounded in my efforts by a collection of thugs and amateurs. I do not admire them. I wish I had better. But in extremes, one takes what one can get.
I admire your fortitude. So, who are you saving from these cannibals?
Africa.
The whole continent?
It belongs to us. We brought civilization there out of a stew of tribalism and savagery in the 19th century.
We did?
All of us. White men. Africa does not belong to the Negroes any more than America belongs to the Indians.
Have you consulted any Negroes about this?
No more than you consulted the Indians.
Touché.
Raymond, would you be good enough to see to Mr. Spenser for me? Come, my young friend. Let me escort you to your quarters. These moments are often messy.
Raymond, look out behind you.
Told you.
Robert, I want you out of this. There may be others in the building. Dash across to your room and remain there.
We've got him.
Spenser, you're making me crazy, brother. Now let me get this straight. Gun 1 gets you thrown out of Ottawa. Gun 2 lands me in a joint with you. Have you got a plan?
Of course I got a plan.
Hey.
Do we get one phone call?
One for you, one for me.
Who you gonna call?
You first.
Susan. What about you?
Susan. Because she's gonna hang up on you and I have to call back to explain it to her.
I don't care who you represent. These guys are a menace. This one was booted out of here once. This one smuggled him back in, and as a result, the town is now littered with dead bodies.
Those dead men deserve nothing less. They were vicious and cunning assassins.
Oh, yeah? What about the young fencer?
An innocent casualty of war.
Gentlemen, it would seem that you are now free to leave.
Right,
For the next 24 hours, you may remain as guests of our country. Mr. Makiba here has seen to that.
Good. We are pleased to offer you diplomatic immunity until the reception of Mr. Boyko has concluded without incident.
Right. Makiba, I am counting on that. I'm not willing to stand by while these two hot dogs add to their body count.
Hey.
24 hours. I'll be close by counting them down. Good day.
I'm gonna start taking notes. Susan's gonna have a hell of a time believing this story.
I told you I had a plan. Hell, this is better than a plan.
Here is the days where Mr. Boyko will be speaking. We are patrolling the inside and outside perimeters of the ground. We have men covering the walls here and here, places where a sniper could get a shot at him. Here's where the band will stay, and none of our guests are allowed outside this area.
What about cars?
Parking outside the grounds only. Everyone will enter on foot through these checkpoints. We have photographs of all invited guests.
Sure.
We are expecting one person for whom we have no photograph.
And he'll be in disguise.
Which is why we need you two and Miss Clarice. You're last to see him and most able to identify him.
Well, we'll do our best.
I'm sure I don't have to remind you of the favor that Mr. Boyko has done for you. I trust that his faith will not prove to be misguided.
Well, Patricia's men seem to have things well in hand.
Well, that's gonna make me sleep soundly tonight.
Maybe we won't even have to show up tomorrow.
Maybe Sergeant Preston wasn't from the Yukon.
Ah, look at here. A noble assistant.
Noble and unflappable, too.
Don't forget naive. Made a mess of everything. Such a fool.
But a brave, damn fool.
A grave man once said, a fool in love soon grows wise.
What is that, some sort of poem?
Sophisticated lady.
Don't know it.
Duke Ellington.
I never heard of him.
So much for Generation X. I'm gonna seek Sergeant Preston.
What am I supposed to do when all this is over?
Pick up the pieces, get on with your life. Nothing else to do. Hopefully you'll be a little wiser.
But knowing that I was involved in killing that family haunts me.
Flores, you were a little naive. You didn't kill those people. You were in love. He knew it, took advantage of it. Next time you'll do better.
Yeah, there's a next time.
Oh, there'll be a next time. You didn't give it all away. There's a lot left.
No, it doesn't feel like that. I'm so worried about what might happen tomorrow.
We take care of what we can take care of. The rest we leave to the gods.
Mr. Spenser, Mr. Boyko would like to have a word.
Mr. Spenser, Patrice has explained to me that I am deeply in your debt.
Not yet, sir.
You are far too modest. And Miss Caldwell, I understand that you have been of great assistance to Mr. Spenser. I want you to know how much I appreciate your help. Also, I know how difficult this has been for you.
I'm so sorry about what happened. I had no idea that things could go so. Please, do you have to speak today?
Thank you for your concern, Miss Caldwell. But those of us who are chosen to lead learn very early that a man's life is a candle flame which cannot outlast the candle. But the cause of freedom is a great fire. And once lit, it rages until it consumes everything. It is my duty to light that fire. Now, shall we celebrate?
Yeah.
Just keep your eyes up. Gesture, body language, anything familiar.
Distinguished friends, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for such a warm welcome. As you all know, a tragic event took place on these grounds just a few short days ago. Would you please join me in a moment of silence in remembrance of those unfortunate victims?
Spenser, TV tower!
Stay down.
You got him.
So what? Now what?
Ah, he's back and he's alive. I got these fresh today. Now eat, my children, eat.
Sounds like my mother. Well, you're back, but you're not back.
It's not over.
No, I didn't think it was. You haven't said much about what happened up there, and,
Well, I was hired to find some people, but,
But what?
Eat. Eat.
That's called avoidance. Psych 101. You're also avoiding Dixon.
My.
Yes, well, so why's that?
I was used.
A pawn?
More like a Judas goat.
So what do you plan to do about it?
I don't know yet.
I don't want to interfere. But the one thing I'm sure of is it will never be resolved unless you confront him.
You know what I'm sure of.
What?
Ah, the triumphant warrior returns. Well done, Mr. Spenser. Your money's all there. 50,000 in cash, as we agreed. Have a look at it, if you like.
I wish I could say thank you, but taking your money would make me feel dirty.
There's nothing wrong with my money.
Everything's wrong with it. It's blood money.
Don't you think you're being a little melodramatic? The bastards who killed my family are dead. That was your job, and you did it.
Yes, I did. But if I'd known what you were up to, I never would have taken the job.
Up to?
You attempted to assassinate Winston Boyko to ensure your financial empire in Africa. Flanders may have been your point man, but he never could have run the operation without your approval, without your brains and all your money.
You have a fertile mind, Spenser.
And the supreme irony is, you blew up your own family in the bargain.
You've done your job. You've got your money. Now get out of here.
Better keep it. Hire yourself a bodyguard. You know, better yet, buy an army. Because Patrice McKeever's not going to rest until you're dead.
Spenser, wait. Listen. We're men of the world. We know how these things work. I need a man of your talents, and I can afford to pay you well. Extremely well.
Did you ever think in your wildest dreams, when you were scheming all this up, that you could put a price on the sound of your daughter's laughter?